Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your United Uncle. Hopefully, I found you well. As you all know, that me, I talk about Manchester United, but once in a while we'll divert. We talk about other football issues. Today, we're gonna talk about the mother body, FIFA, International Federation of Football Associations, which is FIFA. As you all know, there's a lot of negative things which have been said about FIFA. If you are someone who just rely on the news, you don't rely on anything else, you think like they are not doing anything. You think like they are sleeping on the job. But there's a lot of things which they've been doing. Today I'll just point out just a few of the things which FIFA have been doing under the leadership of their president Giovanni Infantino. FIFA, according to FIFA, what they aim to do, they say, and I quote them, FIFA exists to govern the football and to develop the game around the world. And according to their FIFA president, which is Giovanni Infantino, the vision of FIFA is to make football truly global, diverse, and inclusive for the benefit of the entire world. As you know, there are 211 states which are under FIFA. FIFA is run by a council which is called the FIFA Council. On that council, it has got 37 members, which is one president, eight vice presidents from around the globe, and 28 members. Under their constitution, no one is allowed to serve more than 3 terms. FIFA is divided into like 6 regions. We cannot say like continents, but there are some which are intercontinental competitions and stuff. So we can just say 6 regions, and which fall under there's the Asia, there's Oceania, there's CAF, there's UEFA, there's CONCACAF, and there's CONCACAF is North America, then there's CONMEBOL, which is South America. Uh, FIFA also have got different sections again or segments in their huge portfolio. Starting with the ethics committee. Ethics committee talking about it is self-explanatory that it deals with ethics about the football associations in general. Recently, just to name a few, they've been hard at work. They recently suspended the president of Panama Football for derogatory comments about the football players. And also, they suspended the Secretary General of Venezuela Football for misappropriation of funds. The other one who was recently suspended is the president of Equatorial Guinea. He have done also things which are not in line with the ethics of FIFA. FIFA has got a lot of tournaments going on, very successful tournaments. The last one, which I can say was very successful, it was the FIFA World Cup, which was in the previous FIFA World Cup, which was won by Argentina. It was a very successful World Cup. Even the Women's World Cup, that was the best ever in the females game. That was the best ever. We say congratulations to FIFA. But if you check media, if you say they will look for controversy, the president of Spain did this person did this one did this. But I say congratulations to Infantino and the board and the council as a whole. Upcoming tournaments. We've got the World Club Cup, which is 32 teams, which is 32 teams. It has been increased to 32 teams from about 8 or so teams. Previously, the big teams, they will just come and play the semi-final, they qualify to the final, they win, and they get another trophy. And the teams from the smaller regions or smaller nations, they have to play like the first round until they go to the semi-final, so which is very difficult again for them to win the tournament, which was also, this is also another negative. If I would say negatives about FIFA, the way the Club World Cup was, it was not fair. But as for me, I prefer the one which they did now, which comprises of 32 teams. It's just like the World Cup of the national teams. It's gonna be a good tournament starting on the 14th of June in America. The next tournament which gonna be there also, which we are all looking forward to, is the FIFA World Cup, the male one, in 2026, which is happening in America and the three other nations. Mexico is gonna be a wonderful tournament. It's gonna be a wonderful tournament. The other one, as you all know, FIFA is not only football, the one which we play for 11 against 11. There's also beach soccer, there's also futsal. They follow under the motherboard, both male and female. The beach soccer World Cup is happening this year, 2025, in Seychelles. And we also have got under 20 World Cup, which is happening in Chile in 2025 again. We've got also the futsal World Cup, which is happening in Philippines 2025, and then the big one, Women's World Cup in Brazil 2027. As you all know, FIFA also, they've got the rankings, which they rank which one is the best according to who you played with, the points, did you draw, did you lose, who did you play with. There's got a way of calculating. If you play with a team with high rank, if you win, also your points they go up. If you play with a team with the lower rank, if you win, your points they go up, but not as much. There's a way of calculating. Recently, the current rankings, let me just say top 5. Men: Argentina number 1, France number 2, Spain number 3, England number 4, then Brazil number 5. Women, we've got USA, Spain, Germany, England, and number 5 is Sweden. Some might be shocked why Brazil is on number 5. Brazil has always have higher points, but recently Brazil have not been playing very well. But that's why you see they're on number 5. They're supposed to be up there, but with the current form, they're supposed to be going down. But it's because they are gaining small points, or sometimes they even subtract the points because of their defeats and draws. You all know the story about Brazil. And also, they've got a way of we are now talking of FIFA. They've got a way in terms of development. They've got a way of developing small countries, less privileged regions, as compared to the big nations, to our big counterparts. They've got a way of trying to develop the game everywhere. They're trying to be inclusive to each and every country. They're trying to reach each corner of the world. As their other vision is, in some years to come, there should be 50 very competitive national teams and also 50 very competitive clubs from all corners. Not that we just know that clubs which are competitive or countries which are competitive, they come from Europe and South America. They are trying by all means to develop the game everywhere. So by building infrastructure, starting from the grassroots, trying to develop, educate coaches, players, train players in those countries, for me it's a good thing. Recently, they unleashed their training center in Cote d'Ivoire. It's a state-of-the-art facility. We say kudos to them. They also have got a talent academy in Bahrain, which also very good initiative. And there's a lot of money given to less privileged countries, e.g. in Africa, even in some countries, South America, Asia, you name it. FIFA, they've been working very hard. FIFA is championing a more equal society through football. They are improving lives of people through the FIFA Foundation. FIFA is doing a lot. I can tell you this. FIFA is doing a lot. They've also got their own awards, which the FIFA awards. They're trying to counter awards like the Ballon d'Or. As you know, Ballon d'Or is like it covers certain sections. There are things which happen in small teams. You never hear about them in the Ballon d'Or and stuff. But when it comes to the FIFA awards, you know that you find a person from the smallest nation. If it's done well, you find that the name is considered. So we say kudos to FIFA also. There's also on the agents. As you know that now everyone is trying to be a football agent for a player. If you are the mother, the father, the brother, cousin, whatever, you say I'm the agent. So FIFA have introduced an exam for you to be recognized as a agent of football. You need to qualify for that exam which you write. And from what I heard, it's not a cheap exam. So I say again, kudos to FIFA. And they've also have got an executive program for football agency. This one is just to teach you on other things which are football related. But this program is not a way of trying to help you pass the exam. The exam, you do it on your own. The exam, you do it on your own. There's also another milestone which was done by FIFA. You can see the 2030 World Cup is going to be a record hosted in 3 countries. The main host is Morocco, Portugal, Spain. But there's going to be centenary matches celebrating different achievements in football, where it first was played, the World Cup, where there's a lot of history in the 2030 World Cup, which is going to be unveiled there. There's going to be 3 matches also, one in Argentina, one in Paraguay, and one in Uruguay. So in total, the 2030 World Cup is going to be done in 6 countries. I don't know what's your excuse not to be there. Some of us were already looking for the tickets. That is another tick again on the FIFA handbook. That's another tick again on the FIFA handbook. There's this issue. What I can complain about FIFA, you can't be always correct. There's room for improvement. We can say sometimes some rules, they don't apply to bigger nations. Some rules, they only apply to smaller nations. We've recently seen countries like Zimbabwe, Kenya, they've been suspended by FIFA for a period of almost 2 years or so. They're saying it's government interferences. But what we know from these small countries, the government has to interfere because most of the funding comes from government. It's something they need to look into. How does the government interfere and where does the government end and starts? We see like in big countries like England and they are actually trying to introduce a football regulator which will be controlled by the government. It will be done in parliament, and which means in a way it's also government intervening. I don't know, we're going to wait and see if in England they're going to put that regulator. We're going to wait and see where is it gonna end, how is gonna do, and are they also gonna suspend them the way they suspended these small nations? That is my only problem with the FIFA. And also there've been this complaint about FIFA from the small cold countries. I mean from the big countries, which are complaining that the games are becoming, they are now increasing, it's now too much and what. But from a fan's point of view, we say that is a good thing. From the fan's point of view, we say that is a good thing. We need more games, more money, more development of the game. As you see, the World Cup was increased. The teams which will be participating in the next World Cup is about 48 teams, and we have seen a rough increase in participating teams from all regions. An example is CAF. It's got 9 straight teams from 5, and they've got a chance of getting an additional one from the Intercontinental. We can see Asia now, they've got 8. Oceania has got a permanent team which can enter. They had to go through the playoffs and in the previous years. Even UEFA, they've increased to 16. CONCACAF, they've got now permanent 6. CONMEBOL the same, they've got permanent 6. But judging from what the smaller nations are saying, or the so-called developing nations, they are happy with the FIFA's job. We are happy. I'm also one of the representatives of the smaller nations. We can say we're happy. But if you look at and listen to media from the big nations, they are complaining about FIFA leadership. They are just complaining, why are you increasing games? Why are you what? But the more you increase games, the more you get revenue. When you get revenue, the more it helps the less privileged countries. Me, I would wish that they can make a vote, all players to put a vote. Are you agreeing with these tournaments which are coming in, or you are not? I believe you me, the majority will say we agree with this. Because in Europe, they are complaining that the games are too much. They've got 55 member nations. But in Africa, we're okay with that. We need all games, because if you see the money which is going to be paid to the teams like Mamelodi Sundowns, who are going to that Club World Cup, it's a lot, and it helps our game. It helps improve. FIFA has been trying to educate the referees. They're trying to help on the VAR situations. FIFA have been doing a lot. I'll do another section of in-depth look about FIFA. But if you are someone who's agreeing with what I'm saying, that FIFA has helped the small nations, we can see the football is improving in the small nations. We can see how African teams, they compete in now these tournaments, be it from junior level to what. We've seen how they are now being competitive, because it's through the work of FIFA. And there's also this thing of rankings. Rankings, they are done according to how you win. So Europe have been having the large share at the World Cup. So it means by having more teams participating, the chances of all those teams to be highly ranked, the chances of all those teams to qualify again for the next tournament. So by increasing the number of teams from the small regions, from the developing countries, it also helps us to bridge that gap. It also helps us to improve our rankings. So me, that's my take. Otherwise, if I'm to give a percentage, a score mark for FIFA, I'll just give them 80 out of 100. I don't know what to say. If you are someone who's supporting FIFA, who say FIFA have done a great job, can you please share, like, and comment? But if you are not agreeing with what I'm saying, you can also comment and like this. But you tell me where I said wrong, where you think FIFA need to improve. This is United Uncle. If you liked my comment, you know what to do. We'll meet again when we're talking about our my team, Manchester United. But for now, I said let me deviate a bit. Once in a while, every week, I'll put a different topic which has got nothing to do with Manchester United. United Uncle, I thank you.